Welcome guys, yeah, I know. Supposed to have had uh, this up nearly 3 weeks ago, or mainly 2 weeks ago, really. I've been playing around with the Anbernic RG35XX H. I've been testing a few of the PSP games I've had, as in my own copies. The only thing I can conclude is some of them will play, some of them won't play, some will just crash, and some will just eat up the battery life. So, if you have any PlayStation 1 games you want to play, make sure they don't eat this thing. The battery in here. Make sure it don't eat. Because I was playing my copy of Medieval 1 and 2, and it just sucked. Literally, frame rate was down on Medieval 2. I couldn't play it. I couldn't do anything. I tried playing a few other games I've owned and ripped straight from disc. They work and then crashed, or crashed and then work. Also, I'd like to point out, there is a problem with the left joystick at times. I've had turned this on yesterday, went to go play Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. I've loaded up on here, and all I got was just the left joystick going haywire, going up or down so fast that it's like I couldn't do nothing. It's the same with a few of the other ones as well. It wouldn't do nothing. I turned it off, left it for about 5 minutes, turned it back on. Joystick worked fine after I pulled and pushed the joystick in a number of times during that 5 minutes. So there is that you'll have to watch out for on this left joystick. Though I really wish they went with a hollow joystick, because those are the better ones than this one. Anything else I can say about this? It's best if you play your Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games on. Like I said, with the PlayStation 1 games, do be careful of what games you do put on here. They'll eat the battery, they'll eat the frame rates, and everything else. I've tried both Breath of Fire games that are actually on this, and I do mean both Breath of Fire 3 and 4. They're great. Yeah, I can just go down through here. I am going to have to take off my Vampire Hunter D. Which I have tried to play on here. It literally does not work well with the joysticks at all. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories works fine. I've been playing that. DS games, For DS games, you're better off just buying a normal DS. Let me just get my 3DS. This is my 3DS. I should have gotten the Animal Crossing one when it was at Target near me that's now not near me anymore. So I can play virtually any of my 3DS games on here. Though I would love to get another 3DS so I can mod that just to play my other games that I've ripped. Like I said, with normal DS games, get a normal DS, mod it, and play the games on that. If you want PS2 games to play on this, don't. They won't work. I mean, the Game Boy games on here are great, but I had to put a few that I wanted to play, like Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, which I've ripped, but not the save data, which I'm spewing. But they all work fine. I'm just going through the list. There is some on here, like McDonald Land, that I've not even heard of, and probably have not even seen in Australia. So that's a good thing for me. I can play the Mega Man games. and such. But like for Pokemon Red and Blue, I literally had to put them on. Game Boy Color's got a number of games I've not played or heard of at all, like Dracula Crazy Vampire, Dragon Warrior Monsters 1, 2, Collie's Journey and Tiara's Adventure. Dragon's Lair I have heard of. I mean, GTA and GTA 2 are the two I've not played on Game Boy Color. I've played GTA, I think it was GTA 1 or GTA 2 that came out on the PlayStation, the original PlayStation, so I wouldn't worry about too much about that. There are a number of Game Boy games. Like, I can play Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons. Legend of the River King 1 and, well, 2 and GB, I've never played. Never heard of, anyway. I did have to put, Metabots on, or, yeah, I had to put my copy of Metabots on to this from Game Boy Advance. But there is one game in Game Boy that I have played. And I do mean I have played. Which is Zoids Densetsu. If you don't know what Zoids Densetsu is, it's from Japan. Back in the 80s, Zoids was popular. Same with Transformers and such. Game Boy Advance, like I said, I can play Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance if I want to. I can play Crash and Spyro, Super Pack Volume 1, Volume 2, Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy 1 and 2 Dawn of Souls, Final Fantasy 4 Advance, Final Fantasy 5 Advance, Fire Emblem, Gauntlet, Dark Legacy. Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, Monish Cup. I can play all the Mega Man games I want as well. As in Battle Network 1, 2, 3, Blue, White, Mega Man 4, Blue, Red, 5 is Team Colonel, Team Proto Man, Cyber Beast, and both Mega Man's Battle Network 6 Cyber Beast, Flauza, and Granger. Mega Man 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Metroid Fusion, I absolutely loved that when I had it. Now I get to play it again. Spoon, I didn't get the save. I didn't keep the save data. Oops. I did have to put my own Pokemon games on as well that I own. There is also another game that I don't think came out in Australia, which is Zoid's Legacy. I literally had to put that on because my copy was a US copy and it would not play, so I literally had to put that on. Game Boy Color's same thing. There were a number of games I've never heard of or played. I'm hoping for... It is on there, my Pokemon Yellow. Super Famicom as well. I'm going to go through that Ooh, hello, dude. Because, I used to play a few of the, Super Nintendo games. Though I know that, went past the... Yeah, Donkey Kong Country isn't on this. That's well and truly, more graphic than anything. Like, everything else plays fine. Like, Mickey's Playtown Adventure, Day of Discovery, Mickey Mania, I mean, Michael Jordan, Chaos in the Windy City. I never heard of that game. And this is the first time I've heard of it and seen it. Power Rangers Zeo, Battle Races. That was never released in Australia, and I never heard of it. Never seen it until now. I can literally Scooby-Doo Mystery. It was never released in Australia, I don't think. There's a number of games. Ooh, one for the Stargate fans. If they ever get this, they can play Stargate. I mean, I've had Super Star Wars Return of the Jedi, New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. I've played all three. They are a nightmare to play. Literally a nightmare to play. Even with the original Super Nintendo, they were a nightmare to play. Here's one for all you retro fans. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. There's Game & Watch as well, which is totally different. I've never seen any of these apart from the original. Like, that one, if you can see it. There is Virtual Boy as well, but I am not going to play that because that's going to ruin my eyes. There's Wonder Swan / Wonder Swan Color as well. It's okay to play, it's just not for everyone. Especially when everything's in Japanese and there's no English sub, like, you can't change the language. There's also some ports as well, which I don't agree with. The V Arcade. I don't agree with this because there's not much that I will actually play. Like Mr. TNT, I will not play that. Minefield, no. There's literally not much I would play. If you understand what the Sega Mega System is, congrats, you've actually had one, and I get to play all the games that I used to have for it. Ooh, the original Gauntlet from Europe. Nice. Yeah, I'm letting it charge via my cable. There's Micro Machines Europe, Mortal Kombat. There's literally a number of games on here that I could literally just pull out and play. Pico, if you understand what that is. The Sega Saturn. Just a heads up, there's not much on it. The Sega 32X, again, not much. The PC ECD. I mean, I can play Prince of Persia. The PCE, which is all in Japanese and USA, so that's good for me. if I want to play any of them. Ooh, Knight Rider Special, but it's Japanese. Yeah. It's, all in all, a very good device. If you want to, like, relive your Game Boy, not Game Boy, let me rephrase that. If you want to relive your Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance days, like I said, if you want to play DS games, just find a DS R4 card and just load up all your DS games that you've ripped from cartridges. It's the same with the 3DS as well. Which reminds me, I need to rip my Yokai Watch games and saves so that if my DS does actually go bye-bye, because I've had it for, oh god, when did I get it? When did I get my DS? Oh, I got it after I got, no, I got it, did I get it before my Nintendo Switch? I'm trying to remember now, because I know you needed to make an account with Nintendo to actually buy any of the games and everything else. So it might have been before my Nintendo Switch. Because it was before my Nintendo Switch, because I have Pokemon Sun, Pokemon Ultra Moon, which I need Pokemon Moon and Pokemon Ultra Sun. I do have Happy Home Designer. Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, Animal Crossing Welcome Amiibo, Pokemon Moon, Pokemon Ultra Sun, Luigi's Mansion, Yokai Watch 1, Yokai Watch 2, Psychic Spectres, and Yokai Watch 3. I am gonna hunt down the other Yokai Watch games, because I want a complete library of those. If you want to play, like, your PS2 games and such that you can rip straight from the CD that you still have, which is a DVD, go with a ROG Ally or anything. Don't go with one of these. Maybe a Retroid Pro 2 or something. Retroid Pocket, I should say. Maybe that, but for fantastic emulation, Steam Deck, ROG Ally, Odin 2, Neo Air. There's just some of the ones I know of. And I've looked on AliExpress, and for me to actually get a ROG Ally, the cheapest one for me to get is I'm going to say $920 Australian. And that's from the official AliExpress store for ROG Ally. If you watch the first video, I had a link straight to where you could buy this. And I do mean, I had a link. Yep. Anbernic website, AliExpress, Anbernic RG35XX H listing, Anbernic RG35 3M, along with the portable bag, which is this. And this was in the same package as this. Yeah, this is the translucent purple. Also, the Anbernic District store as well, if anyone's still interested. Those links will be down below again. So, yeah. I will also be looking at getting either the Power Kitty for PS2 or for PlayStation 1, because I think that's got a better hardware for PlayStation 1 games, which I will be looking into and getting. Anything else I need to discuss, because there is a mini HDMI cable that I need to get, because this port right here, I can hook it to the monitor that's to my right, and I can play anything I need. I still don't know what this does, because I have no idea if it's for charging or transferring. It's just TG1. There is a 3.5mm headphone jack as well, so I will be looking into anything. And also, to actually get out of games, it's the start button with that pressed together, and to bring up all the settings and such. The only thing that sucks about this is when you go to the date and time, I go year, month, which is the 9th month. I go 23rd. I can't confirm. Now it lets me confirm. You literally have to go across. So it is 5 p.m. Because I need to set the time. So now I got everything set. Wi-Fi does not work well. Like for Wi-Fi settings, it says not connected before it says connected. And the way that you can't exactly use this to update like the settings and such to do a complete update. Like under the system settings, you can't go straight into firmware to go for an update, which really sucks because you should be able to. Available memory on this is roughly about 973 megabytes. So basically a gig, which is why a number of PlayStation 1 games will not run. Battery voltage is 3.82 voltage, which should be good. There is homebrew as well, so which I'm not going to go into. NAM, if anyone knows what NAM is. Ooh, I just saw asterisks. Ooh, I can play that. Nice. But yeah. The GG, which is... Oh, what is it? What's GG? It's not a good game. It's one of the other handhelds that was released, I think, by Linux. So if anyone like wants to relive their Linux days, they can. There was one game I played at a friend's that was on their Linux GG, but I can't remember which one, which sucks. FB Neo, if anyone wants to play any of those. CPS 1, 2, and 3. If anyone's interested. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. I'll see you all next video. So do take care and enjoy it wherever you are. Stay safe and happy gaming.